Hi everyone, this is Kristen with the Tech Reviewer, looking for the perfect case for your new iPhone 14 Pro Max and can't decide between Apple's leather case with its tried and true quality or the Mujjo full leather case, which is newly redesigned with some great new features. In this video, I'm going to show you both of these cases on my iPhone 14 Pro Max in silver so you can make the best decision for you. Let's get started. Looking first at Mujjo's full leather case for the iPhone 14 Pro Max. This is just a lovely case on the phone. You've got a slim profile. The case is quite lightweight. So the leather on here is extremely nice. This is from the Eco Tanneries in the Netherlands, which is known for being very eco-conscious. So it is a full grain leather. It's vegetable tanned. You've got leather on the back as well as on the sides. Just a lovely quality leather, great look and feel. It also has a pleasant amount of grip. We've got machined metal buttons here, which are color matched to the color of the leather. Just a nice little touch there. You've got a raised rim to protect your rear camera. And then looking in the interior, this is lined with a soft Japanese microfiber, which should be very gentle against the back of your phone. The case is also MagSafe, but your MagSafe ring is inset underneath the microfiber, so you don't need to worry about any scratch issues there. Overall, just a lovely case. Size-wise, comparing the Mujjo full leather case with your Apple leather case, the two are going to be very similar. You're going to have the same height and same width, but your Mujjo case is going to be very, very slightly thicker than your Apple leather case. It is, however, going to have a greater amount of grip. The leather on both of these cases is very nice, but the one on the Apple case is a little bit more slippery. Got more grip with your Mujjo full leather case. Putting your phone in this case is quite easy. Just start on your left-hand side and then push on your right-hand corners. Once on, we got a great fit on here, very little give, really an excellent fit overall. As far as the amount of lip is concerned, you do have protective lip on here, even though I have a tempered glass screen protector on here. This is an edge-to-edge tempered glass screen protector by Zag, the Zag Glass XTR2. Really excellent screen protector. But even with it, you can see that we do have protective lip on here, and if we didn't have it on here, we would definitely have a lot more visible lip. So overall, I think everything is great there. Going down here to our port openings, these are asymmetrical port openings for an asymmetrical port design, nicely positioned, nicely sized. You should be able to fit many third-party lightning cables here, although of course this case does support both regular Qi wireless charging as well as MagSafe charging, so you might find you're using that functionality less than you otherwise would. So going around to the sides, as you can see, we've got a nice amount of texture here to the leather. This gives you a good grip. Overall, really excellent. Going up here to the buttons, so these are metal buttons and they are color matched with the leather, which is all excellent. However, I think that maybe I have a defective sample here because these are harder to press than they otherwise should be. I have the same case on my iPhone 14 Pro, and for the iPhone 14 Pro version, they are much easier to press, very clicky, very responsive. For the 14 Pro Max version, for some reason, they're just stiffer. So I think that there may be something just a little bit wrong with this particular case sample because the buttons are good, they're just not great. And on the 14 Pro that I have, they're definitely great. So keep that in mind. As far as access to your mute switch is concerned, it's a relatively small opening, but the opening on Apple's leather case is equally small. Looking at the view from the top, everything looks great here. Very nice fit here with the Zag Glass XTR2 screen protector. And then going over here to the side button, this one again is a little stiffer than it should be, and I think we have the same issue that we do with the volume buttons, because looking at the 14 Pro version of this case that they sent me out, the side button there is much more responsive. So I think we may just have a slightly defective sample here as far as the buttons are concerned. Looking at the back of the case, I think everything looks great here. We've got nice textured leather, very slightly grippy, pleasant leather smell. Everything here just seems really high quality. Again, this is full grain, genuine leather from the Eco Tanneries in the Netherlands, so they did a really good job there. They definitely didn't cheap out on their leather. We have some Mujjo branding down here at the bottom for those of you that are branding averse, so you might want to be aware of that. And as far as the amount of protection for your rear camera is concerned, we do have a raised rim here to protect your camera, but we don't have that much protection. So it's a pretty small amount of protection. It does give you lay on the table design, but just not quite as much as some people might want. The Apple leather case is going to give you greater protection for your rear camera than this one is. But it does definitely give you lay on the table design protection. And then as far as wireless charging is concerned, this is going to work great with regular Qi wireless charging as well as MagSafe charging because this is a MagSafe case. So we've got about the same amount of magnetic connection as you have on Apple's cases. This is also going to work well with other MagSafe accessories such as Zag's Ring Snap. I love the Ring Snap 360, really great magnetic ring. And then of course there's always the classic MagSafe wallet. So here with Apple's MagSafe wallet in the ink color, looks great. Mujjo also has its own line of MagSafe leather wallets. They've just come out with them. I haven't seen them, but they look really great on their website. So overall, just a really nice case here from Mujjo. Removing this case is super easy. Just push off your top corner, go down to your bottom corner, push that off, and then pull out your phone. Turning to the Apple leather case for the iPhone 14 Pro Max, here in the ink color. Just a lovely case, slim profile, nice quality leather, leather on the sides as well as on the back. Everything looks great here. Color matched metal buttons, raised rim around the camera. This leather is smoother than the leather on the Mujjo case we were looking at, so overall this has less grip. I think that's just a question of preference there. And then going to the interior, we have a microfiber lining and a MagSafe ring. So lots of similarities here between these two cases. Putting this on your phone, also quite easy. Once on, we have more or less the same excellent fit that we just saw on the Mujjo case. Both of them are great, but the amount of lip that you have here with the Apple leather case is less than you have with the Mujjo. So as I mentioned in the beginning, the Mujjo case is just a little bit thicker, and this shows up in the amount of lip that you have. So of course I still have the same tempered glass screen protector that I had on here when I was looking at the Mujjo case. So that takes up a lot of the lip. If you didn't have this on here, you would definitely have more visible lip. And with it, you have some lip, but just not as much as you have with the Mujjo full leather case. Looking down here at our port openings, nicely positioned and nicely sized, as you would expect from an Apple case. Asymmetrical port openings for an asymmetrical port design, so all that is excellent. Going up the sides, leather here has a very nice look and feel, but it doesn't have as much texture as the one on the Mujjo case. You have a little bit less grip. Looking at our buttons, the buttons are completely outstanding. Great job on the buttons. And then we have the same small area here for the mute switch. In fact, I think the area for the mute switch is going to be a little bit smaller on the Apple case as opposed to the Mujjo case. Looking at the view from the top, great fit here, but not a whole lot of lip once you have it with the Zag Glass XTR2 screen protector. And then going here to our side button, just a pleasure. Side button is great. Looking at the back of the case, I think everything looks great here. You've got your Apple logo. You're only going to have that with a genuine Apple case. So if that's important for you, then you might want to go with the Apple case. So the leather here has a great look and feel. Seems very high quality. You've got a slim profile. Just lots to love here. And then going up here to our camera opening, you can see that we've got a higher camera rim on here than you have with the Mujjo case. So you've got more protection for the rear camera with the Apple leather case, but less protection for the screen. And the opposite is going to be true for the Mujjo case. So both of them are just really nice cases, just different. And then, of course, as far as your wireless charging is concerned, this is going to work perfectly with regular Qi wireless charging as well as MagSafe charging because it's an Apple case. So all that is great. And you're going to be able to use this perfectly with things like your MagSafe wallet from Apple. You've got a perfect color match here with your ink wallet and your ink case. Everything is great there. So overall, just a really lovely case from Apple. Finally, although I don't have the iPhone 14 Pro version of the Apple leather case to compare it with, I do have the 14 Pro version of the Mujjo full leather case. So I thought I would share this with you, particularly given the fact that it's in this super attractive Monaco blue color. So just a lovely little case, very similar to the Big Brother we were just looking at in black. Just a different color. So we've got the same nice textured leather, same color matched metal buttons. Obviously it's MagSafe, and we've got a lovely microfiber lining here. Just a lovely little case. Putting this on your phone is very easy. Once on, we got a great fit on here, just like on the iPhone 14 Pro Max version. And as far as the amount of lip is concerned, we have a good amount of protective lip on here, even though I have a tempered glass screen protector on here. This one is a Case-Defy blue light blocking tempered glass screen protector. Obviously, if I didn't have this on here, you would have more visible lip. But even with it, you still have lip. So looking down here at our port openings, nicely positioned and nicely sized. We got asymmetrical port openings for an asymmetrical port design. And of course, you will be able to fit many third-party lightning cables here, although you might find you're using that functionality less than you otherwise would, because of course this case does support both regular Qi wireless charging as well as MagSafe charging. So going around to the sides, we have a nice amount of grip here due to this textured leather. Again, we got the same full-grain vegetable tanned leather here, so that is great. And then going here to our buttons, metal buttons which are color matched to the leather, and these work great. They are very responsive. They are quite different than the ones on the 14 Pro Max. So perhaps I got a defective case for the 14 Pro Max in terms of the buttons, because these buttons are fantastic. And as far as the mute switch access is concerned, it's also on the small side, just like with the 14 Pro Max version, but that's the same as on Apple's leather cases as well. And then looking at the view from the top here, we still have sufficient lip on the case, even though I have a tempered glass screen protector in place, so that's excellent. And then going over here to our side button, another excellent metal button. Looking at the back of the case, everything looks beautiful. I'm loving this Monaco blue color. Looks great with my gold iPhone. So again, this leather is just really nice quality. Pleasant amount of grip underneath the fingertips. Great look, great smell. Everything is excellent. We do have some Mujjo branding down here at the bottom. For those of you that are branding averse, you might want to be aware of that. We have a nice slim profile. Just a really nice case. However, the amount of lip that you have here for your protruding camera is really pretty small. It is smaller than on the 14 Pro Max version of this case. You do have lay on the table protection, but almost none. And of course, as far as your wireless charging and your MagSafe charging is concerned, that's all going to be great. No issues there. You're also going to be able to use this with other MagSafe accessories, such as MagSafe wallets, or even larger MagSafe accessories, such as MagSafe power banks. This one from Anchor is quite big, but it still does fit on here. It's a really nice MagSafe power bank, by the way. Comes with a cool little stand. Always been one of my favorites. Overall, just a really lovely leather case here by Mujjo. Again, we've been looking at the Mujjo full leather case for the iPhone 14 Pro and 14 Pro Max, as well as the Apple leather case for the iPhone 14 Pro Max. The Mujjo cases are priced the same for the two phone sizes at $54, and they come in the same three colors, the black and beautiful Monaco blue featured in this review, as well as a tan color. The Apple leather case for the iPhone 14 Pro Max is priced at $59 and comes in the ink color shown in this review, as well as umber, forest green, Midnight, and Orange. Many thanks to the kind folks at Mujjo for sending me out these samples to review. I purchased the apple leather case myself. If you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comments section below, and do hit that subscribe button because I've got a lot more tech accessory reviews coming up. Again, this is Kristen with the Tech Reviewer. Thanks so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.